Let it swirl around your head. Then form your opinion. No normal, decent person is one thing, okay?
Hello, class. I'm going to talk to you today about listening to each other, hearing viewpoints you disagree with, and learning from them rather than immediately discarding them as wrong. Taking the time to try and see things from a different point of view. This is the sort of mentality that allows us to grow and learn rather than holding up in a bunker preparing for the end. I'll be including references to our textbook, Excellence in Business Communication 12th edition by John Thill and Cortland Bouvet. I'll also include a few video clips, another from Chris Rock and one from Barack Obama. Now, fair warning, the Chris Rock second clip does drop an F-bomb, so don't have this cranked up in class or at work. As it says in our text, effective listeners look for opportunities to learn, while ineffective listeners assume they already know everything that's important to know. I urge you to consider that when you hear CNN mocking Republicans or Fox News mocking Democrats. The media outlets are playing to their audience. They encourage us to slide even further from the middle, to become even more extreme in our beliefs, to become fanatical. Constant repetition of fear of the other side pushes us further and further apart. It makes our views concrete, it makes them combative, and it makes us combative against each other. We are a people divided by political beliefs, religious beliefs, cultural backgrounds, geographic origin, skin color, hair color, appearance, health. Every issue that we discuss in the news, that we discuss around the water cooler at work, divides us into teams, into tribes. Tribalism is the single biggest threat to democracy. It tells us that we have to stick to our own. We have to push away anyone who doesn't look like us, or talk like us, or believe the same way we do, or believe in the same invisible supernatural being. All of these things are dividers, and they're all bullshit. We are a people divided. The media pushes us apart and illustrates our differences. It scares us into being on one side or the other of every issue. It preaches to us that we must stop at nothing to make sure the other side doesn't win. To quote my favorite public speaker of all time, George Carlin, "It's all bullshit, folks. It's all bullshit, and it's bad for you." In order for our society to grow and become stronger, we have to listen to each other. Instead of looking for differences so you can scapegoat them or fear them, we should embrace them, learn from them. If you surround yourself with like-minded individuals, those that agree with you on every issue, we learn nothing. You only reinforce your beliefs to the point where they become fanatical. No matter what social issue is up for debate, extremism is never the answer. If you can't even hear an opposing view without losing your mind, you're not level-headed enough to be making decisions.
But we can't expect to solve our problems if all we do is tear each other down. You can disagree with a certain policy without demonizing the person who espouses it. You can question somebody's views and their judgment without questioning their motives or their patriotism.
The way to defeat fanaticism, extremism, is to expand your network so that you can rationally discuss topics rather than just repeating buzzwords and fake news. Make friends with people who believe differently. Be able to socialize with them so you can learn to see them as a person rather than just a label. If you can separate a man or a woman from their belief system, you can maintain decency and respect while still disagreeing with their viewpoints. There are billions of people in the world, and none of them are just one thing. No one is purely conservative, or liberal, or socialist, or any other label that we hear thrown around in the news. We all have opinions on the issues. Those opinions don't define us as people or determine our worth.
Anyone that makes up their mind before they hit an issue is a fucking fool, okay?